Hi, welcome back everyone to the channel. This is my review of the boxing from last night. Um, so where to start with? We'll start with Friday night's action actually, where Maxi Hughes become the British champion by beating Paul Hyland Jr. Great performance by Maxi Hughes. I felt like he dominated the fight. Was a bit of a strange ending where Hyland Jr. turned his back, and then obviously Maxi Hughes punched him. But as you know, the referee didn't tell him to turn his back or to stop. He didn't. Ref didn't say break or nothing. So you defend yourself at all times in boxing. So that was a really good performance there by Maxi Hughes. Now he's the British champion. Obviously, if you can go on and defend that 3 times, you get it out to keep it outright. So yeah, that would be a massive achievement for him as well if that was the case. And then going on to the main event, which was for the European title, Lee McGregor challenging Hiram Goofy for the European Championship. What a performance by Lee McGregor. First round KO. Had him down 3 times in the opening round, you know what I mean? Performance was outstanding really from Lee McGregor. You know, a kid who had been European champion and who has a lot more experience than Lee McGregor, and to deal with him in the performance he did just shows you how special Lee McGregor is, really. And obviously now he's the British Commonwealth and European champion in 9 fights as well. That's the craziest thing. He's had 9 professional fights and he's already European champion. It just shows you the kid's talent. I would like to see the McGregor versus Cash Farouk rematch. I believe Cash Farouk won the original fight in my eyes, but obviously Lee McGregor got the decision on the cards. But yeah, so big things ahead for both Maxi Hughes and Lee McGregor on that MTK Global show. And then we go now to the Saturday night card. Obviously, on that card, the main event was Lawrence Okolie challenging for the World Championship against Galaki. What a fantastic performance it was by Lawrence Okolie. Dominated the whole fight. He boxed well. He's been accused of holding too much and being a boring fighter in previous fights, but there was none of that in this fight. He was aggressive. He come out firing the body shots. He hit Galaki with 2 or 3 great body shots as well. And the punch to finish the fight, the punch that put him down, the referee could have been counting till 20. It was over really. I think Galaki got up, but the referee saw in his eyes that was it. That he couldn't go on. He couldn't continue on. So yeah, well done to Lawrence Okolie, the new WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the world. Obviously, they interviewed him after the fight, and he said that he would like any of the champions, but he specifically named Maurice Bradis, who's the IBF and the Ring Magazine champion, for a unification. So I think that that could be the next fight for Lawrence Okolie. If Eddie Hearn and Matchroom can get that made. But yeah, me personally, I think he should go and fight for the WBC championship and a unification as well. But I think it will be a stage where Lawrence will go and will unify that division, win all the world titles, then step up and wait. So that was a good performance. Obviously on that card, Rama Ali got another win. Good win, dominant. And then also, obviously, the other people on the card was Chris Billum Smith got another good win. against his opponent. He had his opponent down 3 times, 2 or 3 times in the fight, and he dominated, basically one wide on the points to score on the points. And then Joe Cordina as well got another good win against his opponent. It wasn't a very. It's a bit of a weird one, the Joe Cordina fight, because it wasn't a great performance by Joe Cordina, I don't think. I think it was a bit flat, but he got the job done. I think in these sorts of fights, on a fight when you're just sort of trying to progress, I think that's all he needed to do. But yeah, no, that was definitely not his best performance for Cordina, but he got the win and he's still undefeated. Which is the main thing. It was weird because one judge had a draw as well, so that was very interesting. And then obviously also on that card, Anthony Fowler got a great KO victory on over his opponent Portela, I think it was called. And yeah, so that was a really good performance by Anthony Fowler. So yeah, he moves on now. Maybe a Scott Fitzgerald rematch could be in the pipeline, or maybe fight the winner of Ted Cheeseman Metcalf from next week. Next week's fight card. So yeah, it was a really good night of action. Good wins for all the British fighters there. Also last night, Bertbiev stopped Dines in a 10th round to retain his world championships. So yeah, so he'll probably go on to try to find another unification fight now. So yeah, it was a really good fight card. Yeah, good fight card. So now we look forward to next week, and obviously the big Dylan White versus Alexander Povetkin rematch. Obviously on that card you've got Fabio Wardley, you've got Ted Cheeseman, McKitson Congo. So yeah, it's going to be a really good card, and I will preview that in the next couple of days. So look out for the next video on the channel. But yeah, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next.